Oh yes, okay. When I was just researching about this whole stuff, I come to know that when there was an earthquake in Haiti, US had given some jobs to the people living in Haiti. And since poverty is the main issue in Sindh, as you have been in contact with the people living in the Sindh, could there be any project like that, taking these people or teaching them a skill or making them skilled here, or you can take them to US?
Actually, in the northern part of Pakistan, we already have some programs like that, because we have found that that's valuable. Not only is it something that helps the community recover from after a flood or an earthquake, but it also, adds to the economy by putting money into the economy. So those job programs are very valuable. Like I said, we're still focusing on which programs will be the most effective in Sindh and throughout the country. But that's a very valuable one that we are utilizing in northern Pakistan. You have to remember also, our assistance isn't just flood assistance.
Yes.
Carrie Lugar Berman
Yes.
has $7 billion for assistance here in Pakistan. And so there's many programs that have begun long before the floods and that will continue for many years in the future that are part of other assistance programs. Energy, agriculture, that's a main one
yes,
that we're launching here is agriculture.
Yes. That's good.
In northern Sindh.
Since the most of the people are farmer and they based on the agrarian economy, so that would be very much helping if you have any plan to invest in that sector.
We do, actually. Next week there'll be an announcement about a farming and agriculture program in northern Sindh, and we will be giving fertilizer and seeds to thousands of farmers.
So that
it should really jumpstart and help them to recover after losing so much during the flooding.
Okay, the program which is you saying we are going to announce next week means we can use this platform and we can tell our people that there is a program coming.
And this is sponsored directly by USAID, and it's a really exciting program because, again, you want to make a difference in people on the ground who have experienced this firsthand, and putting seeds and fertilizer in people's hands and allowing them to get back on their feet economically and start to produce agriculturally. It's a very valuable program.
Okay, since as you just mentioned, there are many NGOs, there are many programs which US is basically running, and they are helping the people of Sindh. Could you? I have some problems that how do you ensure that the distribution of that assistance is according to what the problem these provinces are having? Like Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is also affected, Punjab is also affected, and Sindh has also been affected with this flood. But how could you make it proportionality that Sindh is getting its due share as Pakhtunkhwa or Punjab is getting its share?
Well, there's no doubt, I feel that Sindh province has been most affected.
Yes. Almost 10 million people.
Exactly. So there's no doubt about that. But this goes back to working with all of our partners. And that starts at the national government arena and NDMA. But then that's where the provincial government is very important, because the PDMAs and the provincial government also know the needs better than anyone else. So we are not just working with the national government, but we're working with the provincial levels as well as those NGOs and international organizations that are just seeing the needs on the ground and aren't representing a political party or a province, but they are seeing what the needs of the people are and reporting those back. So putting all those together, that gives you the best overall picture of where the needs are and where our assistance can be best utilized.
Okay, there are some questions about the culture as well, but I would like to, and my viewers would also like to know about you. What Andy is like. You were telling us, not in this program, but before this program, you belong to a very small town of the America. So, and there are many cows that would feel like we are having our own people. So I would really like to know about you, and my audience would really love to listen about you as well.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I'm from the state of Pennsylvania, but what most people think when they think of America is maybe New York City or Los Angeles or these big cities. I'm from a very, very small town, a rural area.
Or like we call village in our...
a village, yes. My grandparents had a farm, and I like to joke that there were more cows than people in my hometown of Cambridge Springs, Pennsylvania. But so I'm from a very rural area, and I think that's why I connect. When I go out and I travel in interior Sindh and I meet with people who aren't from the big cities, it's very nice to meet with them. And that's where I'm from, is a small town and rural area. So I feel that connection. But yes, I grew up there, but then I went to university in a very big city in Boston.
Okay.
So I've had that diversity of experiences being in the big city and very small town.
Is that your first posting in Pakistan, or
No.
You were in Indonesia?
I was previously assigned to Indonesia. So I was the public affairs officer in Surabaya, which is the second largest city. It's in East Java.
That was your first posting in Indonesia?
Yes.
Okay.
That was my first overseas job with the State Department.
Okay.
I previously lived and worked overseas in various other countries as well, in Shanghai, China, in Poland, in Kenya. But this is my first time to South Asia, and I wanted to come to Karachi, and I wanted to come to Pakistan, and it was my #1 choice. So now here I am, and couldn't be happier.
How so far experience is?
Wonderful. I feel bad that I've come at a time that has been, full of so much tragedy for so many people, but at the same time I've been very busy trying to help, trying to get the word out about the flood victims, and trying to see as many people as possible in IDP camps and other areas. But I feel wonderful being here. Karachi has been very welcoming. Sindh has been very welcoming. Baluchistan has been very welcoming. And I've really enjoyed my interactions, and I'm definitely happy to be here. It's been an interesting experience. It's been a lot of busy times with the flooding, but it's been very worthwhile.
Means when you have been in Pakistan, the main task or the problem at that time Pakistan was facing was flood. Definitely. Okay. Means your assignment has been diverted just because of that flood, or that was the normal.
Typically, I'm the information officer, which means I'm the spokesperson or media attaché. So I work with the press and media, but because of the floods, most media attention has been, rightly so, on the flooding. And the Consul General has been very actively engaged in flood relief activities. And so that has just been a major focus for us. But we have many other programs that we do through public affairs here. We have exchange programs, so we send people on international visitor programs to the United States, journalists as well.
Yes.
And we have the world's largest Fulbright exchange program here in Pakistan.
Okay.
And also we teach English language through the Access program. So there are many other activities that we do on a regular basis, but definitely during the floods, a lot of our energy, just like all Pakistan's energy, has been on the flood relief efforts.
Okay, let me take a break, then I will come back to you, and I would like to ask something about this culture activity, about the culture. I would really, my viewers would also be interested to know, is there any culture day in America, US, or you feel the same when you are in Karachi? We have many questions lined up for you, but let me take a short break. नाज़रीन मुख्तसर ब्रेक वठूं था, पोसन जी गुफ्तगू जेको सिलसिलो हलंदो रहंदो, मुख्तसर ब्रेक खां पोइ असां सां गॾु रहिजो।